Yep. I don't know if y'all can see me out there. How y'all doing on this fine day? Come on in here. I'm gonna act like I got 100,000 people as subscribers. Speaking of subscribers, been working hard for the last 3 months, and I'm finally up to a beautiful number of 51 subscribers. And I want to let each and every one of y'all know I greatly appreciate you guys. Greatly appreciate. Um, it's been work, but it's been fun work. It's been much needed work, but I've been enjoying doing it. What up, Black? Welcome in, bro. What up, Gotti? Um, what is the new big league? Everybody's trying to make it to the new big league. What's up, Southside? Everybody's trying to make it to the new big league. You know, the old big league was when I was a kid. You know, many moons ago. Um, what's up, kid? Candy. Uh, the old big league. I used to sit back as a kid, and I'm from Tennessee, so we didn't have no sports teams back in them days. So it was like a holiday. We would sit around, and the teams to watch was Dallas, uh, the Eagles, and the 49ers. And I was an Atwaters fan. And you know, my elders would sit around, they'd drink they drink and do things. Just sit around and get to sit on the floor and listen to the men talk, and we'll watch some games. And I used to have favorite players, like I say, Atwaters. I actually got to see Bo Jackson play ball. And as soon as you get through watching the game, as kids, we used to go outside and try to play these games. We'll try to do what our superstars did. I even watched baseball. If y'all follow me, y'all already know baseball is near and dear to my heart for a lot of reasons. It's taught me a lot of things in life. But nevertheless, some of my players I used to watch was Kirby Puckett, uh, also Ozzie Smith, Ken Griffey Jr., and my all-time favorite was Ricky Henderson. And I actually, as a kid, I knew if I was good enough, I could make it to the league. As a kid, I'm talking about under the age of 9 years old. The beautiful thing about it was I grew up in a community where we had everybody was together. You know, although a lot of us were struggling, we had the projects. But like my grandmother, God rest her soul, she said the projects wasn't that bad. Everybody was together. You know, and it's a little different today, but I'll get to that. Get to that a little bit later. But yeah, I used to watch these players, and I go out there and I try to do everything they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so as I got older, I understood the work that it took. I had to get stronger. I had to get faster. I had to get smarter. I had to dedicate my time, my energy, everything I could do to get to the next level. And then it was another element once I got to high school. I had to have favor. I had to have a God's gift to get to the next level. And as I got closer, I realized one more thing. It's a politic game. What am I willing to do? Who am I willing to align myself with? Now I ain't gonna give y'all the sad story of I ain't have my father there and all that stuff, although that's true. But that's not the point of me telling you this. The point I'm telling you this is um some of the guys that had fathers, their fathers was able to speak for them. And they was able to, help facilitate their career. But all of us had that same dream is to get into the big leagues. It was all about getting into the big leagues. Um, appreciate that. So with that said, I look back on it, and the reason why I look back on it is try to figure out what's going on today. But in the pursuit of getting to the big leagues, although I had the skills, or you might have the endurance, the dedication, the mindset, other things came into play. You had to have the grades. You had to have the grades to get to the next level. You had to be aligned with the right politics. And sometimes even the school that you went to made a difference if you was gonna make it to the big leagues. Something happened before I got to high school. I grew up around some great players. Society changed. We're talking about the early 90s, late 80s. And they had this thing that came through, it was called the Reaganomics. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And in one summer, I lost half of my baseball team, half of my football team. And they decided to play another game. I'm sure all y'all know what I'm talking about. And see, you know that game, it required the same things to make it to the major leagues. You had to have the endurance. You had to be strong. You had to be willing. You had to have the dedication. You had to have heart. And you had to be willing to put your life on the line in that game. And I like I said, I just continue to look back and look back at, to get an understanding, because if you don't know where you're from, you don't know where you're going, or you don't know where you're at, like they say. So as I pursued to play this game, to get in this major league, because at that time, I was tunnel vision. Wasn't no other outs. Didn't care nothing about school. Didn't care nothing about much of nothing other than playing ball. Playing ball, that was it. Playing ball. So when I realized what all it takes and I just didn't add up, I was lost. I was lost. I wasn't willing to play the other game where you got to put your life on the line, because I had a street daddy. I don't know if y'all familiar with that term, but I had a street daddy, and I thank God to this day for having a street daddy. Street daddy gave me wise counsel, wise advice. What's real, what ain't real? What's the gangster, what's a real N-word? Y'all bear with me, because I'm really a cusser in real life. But I got this balloon idea that I must fly straight and keep it cool. So y'all bear with me. But what's real? That's the things that he taught me, and I latched a hold to it because I respected him. But everybody's trying to make it to the new big league now. Looking back on them days and times, it probably wouldn't have been that serious if I had other things to look at or to focus on. Because it's very amazing how the mind works. What you see is what it is. Imagery is your reality. And at that time, that's what it was. Of course, I grew up in the church. Of course, I grew up in the black community, and I thank God for it. But I wanted to make it to the big leagues. Big leagues are still there. And you got a lot of kids and young adults doing all they can to make it there because they don't see any other options out there. They don't see any other options. Yeah, there are other options out there. There are plenty of other options out there, but that's not what is promoted. That's not what's promoted out there. The other options are not promoted. So in my pursuit of trying to make it to the big leagues and seeing my friends try to make it to the big leagues, I got blessed along the way. I got preserved. I got given a gift. But I'm not gonna get into my gift right now. What I'm gonna get into is the new big league. If y'all followed my last couple of videos while I was speaking. I explained to you why they call me Bumper. Then I told you why I'm on YouTube. And now I want to tell you a little bit about the new big leagues. This new big leagues, people will sit here and try to get to the big leagues all day long. They'll try to get to it all day long. They'll go to bed, wake up. The first thing they do is trying to get to the new big league. This new big league, you got to put a lot of time into it, a lot of dedication, a lot of watch hours. You got to cut yourself out from the real world in this new big leagues. You got to desensitize from real life. And people are lining up in droves to get in this big league, this new big league. You ain't got to be the fastest. You ain't got to be the strongest. You don't have to be a man. You don't have to be a woman. But this new big league, it's welcoming anybody. It's taking anybody, young, old, it don't matter what race, what creed. Now, when you hear me talk, a lot of times I will be talking about my people because I know that more than anything in life. But this message is for anybody, really. But I know my people. And when my people try to get in this big league, sometimes it turns sad. Because Big Mama, I just don't know where Big Mama at no more. I don't know what shame is at anymore. Men are willing to get into the big leagues by putting on a wig, lipstick, and call themselves a heterosexual. Now, of course, you can do what you want to do. I don't have a problem with that at all. But these are the things that people feel like they got to do to get into the new big league. Women are wearing devil pants. Y'all don't know what devil pants are. They're pants that don't hide anything. And it's looked at as normacy. They'll put on devil pants and do all the type of dances that you saw back in the day on Luke videos. And it's looked at as normacy and a way to get into the new big league. Now, if you want to get into the new big league by showing math problems, how to fix something, talk about world history, talk about how we can better ourselves as people. I'm here to tell you the honest to God truth. You would never make it. You will never make it. Look at the rappers. Oh yeah, they shooting for the big league, but to be a rapper, you gotta talk about how many people you can kill, how much money you got, how many women you got. That's the things that you got to talk about to get in that big league. And a lot of times it don't get you nowhere but to the new slavery. The prison system. And like I told y'all before, if you follow me, I've been researching YouTube heavy because I see that's the way of the world. I'm a father. Instead of hiding it from my child, I've actually dove into it, and I have a lot of content creators that I support and I follow. And one of the biggest sectors that I follow is prison channels that promote prevention from going to prison. I think it walks hand in hand in what I'm trying to convey over, or what I am conveying over to the people. Because you see, the things that get you to this new big league, if you don't make it, they got that prison system waiting for you. And it's taking all comers. They don't care how old you are. It's very, very easy to get into it. and people are signing up every day. But let me get back on track. The new big league. I tell you, I have dove into this new big league. It's like I'm working out again. I go to sleep with my phone, wake up with my phone. I'm putting in all type of hours, trying to figure out where is the benefits in all this time that I'm putting in. Because you know, when I was trying to make it in the big leagues back in the day, I knew the benefits. I could be on TV. I could have my name on my back, represent my family in a positive way, show the real work, what we stand for. But this new big league, you can get your name on your back and you can get up there in the lights. But what you got to do to get there? What do you have to do to get there? You gonna talk positive stuff? You gonna talk stuff that people can really use? Name my channel's Hands Team. It's all about, you know, what you do with your hands. How do you work? What type of work you do? I've already made a decision a long time ago not to worry about getting into the new big league, because I already know if I'm doing something to help, I'll never make it, and it's all good. But the beautiful thing about it is I don't do this to make a living. I've been blessed with a gift called a trade. With a trade, you're able to do anything in life. You're able to try anything new. You're able to explore, because you always got your anchor, your solid ground to fall back on. Now, I'm not doing this channel necessarily for the people my age or nothing like that. I really want to inspire the youth. Give them an option to come on my page and see different things, different ways to use your hands. Because this new big league, if you really want to make it, you got to do what they call it, doom and gloom. You got to disgrace that name on your back, on the back of your jersey, and you'll make it very, very quickly in this new big league. And trust me, from 3 years old to 80 years old, everybody's trying to make it to this new big league. Trying to come up with the newest catchphrases and see if they can wear devil pants, put on a wig, or disgrace they mama's name or they daddy's name to get to the new big league. What are you willing to do to get to the new big league? What are you willing to sacrifice to get to the new big league? I hope you're willing to stand with me and just play the game. Don't worry about the new big league, just do your job. But unfortunately, if you do all you can to get to the new big league, you get to wear all the jewelry, drive the nicest cars, look like something or somebody. Take a second to listen to the birds for a second, y'all. I just had this on my chest for a second, and yeah, that's what it is. Y'all give me a second. You see, having a trade, you get to be your own man, be your own woman. Having a trade, you can get almost anything you want in this world without even having money, just the willingness to work. See, kids today, at least in my neighborhood, you know, when I was coming up, you know, you had kids outside all day long, sun up to sundown. And what we was allotted to do, and think unbeknownst to me at that time, you know, kids fight, kids get into mischief, different things. But we played games. We worked on bicycles. I don't even know if kids know how to break down a bicycle and build it back up like, you know, like we used to do as kids. Those things are taken away. These kids are actually in their homes all the time. They're on these different video games and these different social sites. And I'm very concerned as a parent and as a human being. We have to pay attention to what we're creating. Get these kids back to working. Get these kids back to using their hands. Because those kids that are using their hands and getting back to work, those kids are going to be elite in the future. I promise you that. So yeah, I'm not here to get to the new big league and put my name up in the lights. If it happens, so be it. But I do understand the way to get to the top in this game. I'm not willing to do it. Not willing to do it at all. So I appreciate all the 51 subs that I have in my sub count. I greatly appreciate it. It means absolutely a lot to me. So like everybody else say, if you like what you hear, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. And if you don't like what you hear, please drop me a comment in the comment box. Because this is all about building. This is all about getting better. And I'm here to work and show the work. This is Bumper with Hands Team. I greatly appreciate y'all time and cooperation. Y'all make sure y'all have a good day.